The 19th Amendment is the culmination of a very long social movement in American history. Depending when you cite the origin of the women's rights movement, it could be the 1830s, 1840s, but really until 1920. And it's really, to me, about the benchmark in the longer path to full citizenship, but a highly significant benchmark for all women, even though, of course, at the time that the 19th Amendment was ratified in 1920, not all women could yet vote, including many Black women in the South, Native American women, immigrant women.
The suffrage movement initially emerged out of the abolitionist movement, so people that were fighting for the end of slavery and other reform movements such as temperance. Two important components of determining whether or not someone was eligible for the right to vote was whether or not they were seen as independent and whether or not they were seen as competent. Both of those attributes were interpreted to exclude various people based on factors such as gender, race, or class. So women were, writ large, were generally part of the group of people that were denied the vote.
Suffrage represented a very significant peeling away, if you will, of the concept of coverture, that women really were covered legally and politically by men, by fathers, particularly by husbands. To have independent citizenship was part of a much broader movement, whether it was property rights, jury service, which came much later, running for political office, holding political office, which came later, and economic full citizenship, which we still struggle to achieve, of course.
This year is also the 150th anniversary of the 15th Amendment, which denied restrictions on the basis of race to be able to vote. And one of the things I think sort of Black suffragists at the time in the 1800s were trying to call our attention to is that you can't celebrate one without the other, right? You can't think about restrictions based on race without thinking about restrictions based on gender and vice versa.
We have been defining women and women's rights racially and by class throughout our history. And that until we understand that, we don't really have a women's movement. That feminism has to expand to include all women's rights to truly achieve what it professes. It's wonderful to make these historical benchmarks and to celebrate these anniversaries, but we have to always think about what have we gained and what was the unfinished agenda. We're still on this journey.